Doug Davis with Karambi Realty, broker in charge here, and with another session of Ask Doug. And I've come across this one, and we've debated this in the past, and it's who should approve the tenant? The property manager that's been hired to do this, or the owner who has a say in who they want based on a selection? So who's responsible? Well, okay, so great question. Do you think property manager should do it, or do you think the tenant? Not the tenant, the owner. So here's the thing. Is the owner going to be up on, for example, the animal issues? We have federal protection of two classes of animals, which are service animals and emotional support animals. It's federally protected. And then you have pets, right? You can discriminate against pets, but you may not for service animals or emotional support animals. Well, you know, I did an Ask Doug session about a month and a half ago, and it took me 28 minutes to explain the three different animal groups and the laws and criteria that you have to abide by with the federal and state laws. Oh my gosh, I can barely keep up with it, and it changes. How could an owner possibly know? And what if they make a decision based on an emotional support animal and say no? Well, the suit from HUD comes to me, not to the, well, the owner would get pulled in too. So that's not good. So that's the topic, animals. The other would be, what about fair housing? Who's going to be up on fair housing? So how many federal criteria can you not discriminate on? How many federal, like race, ethnicity, color, that sort of thing? How many are there? And how many state ones are there? And in some places, some states have city fair housing protected classes. So in Hawaii, there's of course the federal ones, which applies to all the states. That's 7 federal ones that you may not discriminate on. And in Hawaii, there are now 13. And those are sexual orientation, marital status, age, race, color, national origin, gender identity or expression, religion, HIV, sex, disability, ancestry, familial status, which includes the presence of children under 18. Oh my gosh. So you got to be really careful who you say no to. All right. And then this is a real scary thing, but there are so many, what would I call it, scattered laws that you have to be aware of. So, of course, landlord tenant codes, chapter 521, the condo rules, 514B, the disclosure laws, 508D, and just a host of other laws, perhaps ordinances that you have to be aware of and steer clear of so you don't get into trouble. Okay, any of these things done incorrectly, you possibly could have HUD on your back with a lawsuit with a tenant that's very unhappy that they have been discriminated against and their rights have been tread on, and they go after you. And it's pretty simple. You get HUD and they just come after you, and you're not going to have much protection. So I would say if you hire a property manager, you would want them to make the decision for you. Not good for an owner to do so unless they're up on this, but we have to take classes all the time, and we have to get updates for law changes. It's just a continuous process for property management. So if you're managing your own property, you might also want to consider not doing that anymore because it's getting tighter and tighter. So there you go. Hope that's helpful for some of you that might have that interest. Love to hear from you. Keep questions coming. And I got 2 questions the other day on response, so I'll get to those shortly. You know who you are. All right, that's it for today. Hope you all have a great day.